rate cuts and the week ahead as far as economic numbers go. Folks, we are doing this daily financial news live early, actually doing it from the backyard. Thought I'd give this a shot. So let's talk about PCE. Of course, PCE stands for Personal Consumption Expenditure. It is the Fed's favorite inflation gauge. We got the news on Friday. As expected, it came in kind of benign, right on the numbers, really showing that inflation is not reinflating as of yet. Also, interestingly enough, not declining at the moment either. PCE has become this number that the experts can routinely get correct because they can back into the numbers from CPI and PPI from earlier in the month. If you want the numbers, here you go. Headline came in at 2.5. Estimate was 2.4, so above expectations. And last was 2.6. Core, this is the important number. This is the one that the Fed says pay attention to. Core was 2.6. Estimate was 2.5. Last was 2.6. So again, is this enough for the Fed to potentially cut rates in July? I, of course, think not. But I will admit to having much more chatter about a July rate cut than I would have thought possible. We are still staring at 100% chance of a September rate cut. More on that in a minute. But yes, here we go. Let's talk about the economic news of the week, and that starts on Tuesday. We will get the latest and greatest Case-Shiller index. Again, remember this number is very, very old. It is likely, I think, 2 months old. It is not a number that we should really be looking at. It will undoubtedly show home prices are up, but as I've said routinely last week, the housing market has changed. We are no longer in a seller's market. The numbers we will get from Case-Shiller on Tuesday represent a seller's market, and we are today in a buyer's market. So let's not forget where we are. We also get consumer confidence, and then the first of 3 jobs numbers. We will get what is often called the JOLTS report. Will we go below 8 million in job openings, or will we stay above that? That will be of record. On Wednesday, we get private payrolls. This is called the ADP report. We will get pending home sales. More on pending home sales in a minute. Rate decision. Again, what will the Fed do on Wednesday? Again, I am calling for nothing, although there is chatter about a 1/4 point cut coming. We will also get the press announcement. And then most importantly, it will be Jerome Powell in front of a microphone taking questions. That's where we're going to find out if a September rate cut is being telegraphed, if a September rate cut is not on the table. Again, will Jerome Powell be dovish or hawkish? Will he lean in to the rate cut mantra, or will he be hawkish and say, nothing is coming, data dependent, we have time? You know the drill. On Thursday, we will once again get weekly claims. Again, reminder of where we've been. We're sitting right around 230, 235. Again, a number like that is okay. We're not looking for spikes. We don't want to go from 235 to 270. That would be a sign that the job market is breaking. We will also get ISM manufacturing. Is the manufacturing sector in the United States still contracting, or are we getting some growth? Then on Friday, we will get the big number of the week. The big number of the week, often called the jobs number. We will get the unemployment rate. Will it stay at 4.1, or, like the last 4 months, go higher? Expectations, just so you know, are for it to stay stable at 4.1%. But the coup de grace, the big number of the week, is how many jobs were created in the month of June. Estimates are 190. Last was 206. I do want you to remember that the last several months, this number has come in high, but the number's been dirty. We've lost full-time employment. We've gotten part-time employment. So a very tough picture to paint. Monday, we do get earnings from McDonald's. Tuesday, Procter & Gamble, Starbucks, AMD, JetBlue, and Caesars. And then on Wednesday, we'll get Norwegian, Meta, and ARM. Really looking forward to Starbucks to get any insight of what's going on overseas. Looking at Caesars for what's going on with entertainment. McDonald's, what's going on with the consumer. Let's talk about pending home sales. I told you we were going to talk about that in more detail. I cannot believe, absolutely cannot believe, that the experts have pending home sales up month on month. Again, the experts are calling for pending home sales to be up 0.8%. I want to be clear. I'm going to be putting one of these out there that if I get this wrong, I will, of course, wear the swing and a miss t-shirt. But I'm going to wear the nailed it t-shirt if I get this one. And what I want to talk about here is pending home sales, I'm going to guess, are going to be down 2%. Folks, it's not good out there. I'm talking to agents every week. It's tough out there. Again, I think it's going to slow down. It would not shock me if we go to 3.72 million transactions when we kind of put it all together. So yeah, pending home sales will be interesting. Found some interesting stuff about households in the United States. Apparently 9% of U.S. households have greater than 500K in their retirement accounts. 26% have more than 100%. Where'd that come from? More than 100K. So that means 74% of households do not have 100 grand saved for retirement. Let's talk about some interesting stuff I got while watching some videos this weekend. Danielle D Martino Booth. Danielle D Martino Booth is out saying something disastrous is about to break. Obviously, she has been rather bearish on the economy, been very bearish on the consumer. She is now putting it out there that the next couple of months, something is going to break. Then we got Meet Kevin. Meet Kevin was at WealthCon over the weekend. Ryan Pineda put out that video already. Meet Kevin is of the mind that we've got something like a 6 to 8 month window to go shopping for housing. That is a really bold call, but why is he making it? Well, it is Meet Kevin's belief that a recession is near. Rates will be cut back to zero. Yes, Meet Kevin thinks we are going lower. In fact, Meet Kevin has said repeatedly that he thinks we will see rates like we saw last time. And he thinks that if that should happen, any housing bought in the next 6 to 8 months will simply skyrocket. I do not share that belief. I do not think I just can't imagine a time where we will get back to the zero bound. I want to remind you that Jerome Powell, it is my belief, wants to break the Fed put, and he is not interested in giving Wall Street what it wants. So let's talk about rate cuts. Again, the market is pricing in a 100% chance of a September rate cut. I want to ask you, just logically speaking, let's say we are at 4.1% unemployment at the end of this week, right? The jobs number. We have PCE core, the Fed's favorite measure, 2.5%. And the latest GDP reading we had was what, 2.8%? I simply ask, why would you cut in that environment? Why would you risk reigniting inflation? Because if Kevin is right and we cut rates and the economy spins up again, the animal spirits get wild, what was the last 9 months about? What was the last year about? Why would we repeat the errors of the early 80s? Please go look at the charts. In the early 80s, Arthur Burns was beating inflation. Then it broke, and then he cut, and then it came back. A la Paul Volcker ends up taking us to 20. The most painful recession in the United States pre-global financial crisis was 1981. Why would we want to risk that again? So, lots of stuff going on, folks. I do want you to know that if you are part of our school community, 2 things. 1, if you want to come to the Las Vegas event, folks inside the school community have already been given the link to buy tickets. We will release the ticket to the wild on August 1st, but I wanted the folks in school to have a chance to buy early. And then second, today is Sunday. So you have accountability group number 2 kicking off at 12:30 Pacific, 3:30 Eastern. These typically go 90 minutes. Bring your questions. In the past, we have gone through inspection reports. We have talked seller financing. We've talked deals. It is a buyer's market, folks. This is the time to do the work. Get in groups. Get around people doing the work. And again, folks, I do want to apologize for doing this daily financial news live early. We got it going right around 6:30. That is because I have some family duties that I need to take care of, and I won't be available at 7:30. And then lastly, David, congratulations on getting your golden ticket. It will go out in the mail today. Folks, if you don't know what this is how I congratulate you. When you get your first deal, I send you a golden ticket. If you get your second to nth deal, I will send you a black card per deal. Do me a favor, folks. Join school. It is $20 a month. Get around other folks doing the work. Get a part of accountability groups. Watch Millionaire Discussions. There's an entire library of amazing things, from CPAs to self-management to all of this stuff. Join the group today. Be a part of a movement. Folks, take care. And again, one more time, David, congratulations on your golden ticket. Later.